Journalist Matt Taibbi testified before Congress, stating that the State Department's Global Engagement Center, GEC, has shifted from its original mission of combating foreign disinformation to targeting domestic speech. In a hearing with Representative Thomas Kean, Republican New Jersey, Taibbi argued that the GEC was designed to suppress any information that countered national policy, and warned that it wrongfully labeled American dissenters as foreign-inspired, violating First Amendment protections.
Thank you. Mr. Taibbi and Mr. Weingarten, can you please explain how the Global Engagement Center and the federal government as a whole use coercive power to censor Americans?
Well, Mr. Congressman, first of all, I would say that the Global Engagement Center and this entire effort is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of the American system and the First Amendment. The American government has no role in protecting citizens from speech. The whole idea of the system that was designed by Jefferson and Madison is that the American people view each other as adults who are capable of sorting out the truth for themselves. They do not need a nanny state or a guardian or a law enforcement agency to decide for them what's true. We don't need a truth squad. And that's exactly what GEC was designed for. It was designed to suppress any information that countered national policy and to identify people who may have had opinions that were controversial or unwanted as foreign inspired, when in fact they had no connection whatsoever to foreign governments, which is both slanderous and detrimental to the First Amendment.
Taibbi said the GEC's activities are rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of the U.S. system. The American government has no role in protecting citizens from speech, he stated. We don't need a truth squad, and that's exactly what GEC was designed for. He emphasized that the founders, particularly Jefferson and Madison, envisioned a society where people are treated as adults capable of determining truth without government oversight. Created in 2016, the GEC was intended to combat propaganda from hostile foreign actors. However, according to Taibbi, its remit has grown into domestic territory, now functioning as a nanny state arm that moderates internal dissent under the pretext of national security. He criticized the labeling of controversial or unpopular views as foreign influence without evidence, calling such practices slanderous and harmful to civil liberties. This is detrimental to the First Amendment, Taibbi stated. It's not just censorship, it's the smearing of Americans based on opinion. The hearing and Taibbi's remarks have ignited renewed scrutiny over government involvement in online discourse. Prominent media hosts and commentators highlighted the issue as an example of federal overreach and censorship. Coverage on platforms such as the Daily Wire and the Federalist echoed Taibbi's warnings, arguing the GEC had become a tool of state-backed narrative control. Critics argue the GEC's influence undermines democratic values by stifling open debate and framing dissent as subversion. Supporters of limited government warn that such institutional growth, even if justified by national security concerns, poses long-term risks to individual freedom and intellectual autonomy. As Taibbi put it, freedom of speech is not just another value but the mechanism by which we keep our psyches and our societies organized.